delay, and you'll get it all in Technicolor and HD.
Everyone else has got two screens. South Common Observatory.
No, are you showing it on here, Rich?
Okay, I'm sharing it here, and it is also simultaneously casting to YouTube 1 minute behind live.
Oh, that's on. So I'd have to go to another computer to do that.
Why?
Well, because otherwise I can't look at both this screen and that. I'd lose everybody else on here. I'm on a very small screen.
Guys, I'm going to call it a day. What about Thursday? Yeah, that's a good shout. Okay.
Monday.
I'm off. I'll see you on Monday if you're there.
Thank you, Graham.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
We'll see you Monday as always, and I'll be at home for a change again.
What, Richie? What's that moving thing? There's like a moving to the right of the screen. Oh, it's gone. Oh, they're all exiting. How you doing, Matt?
What?
How you doing?
I'm getting the same quality on YouTube as there is on the Zoom.
Yeah.
This is very slow.
You can see people on that. Well, you can see the live person. So on YouTube, it's about 25 seconds lag.
Yeah, he said.
Okay.
So,
and you
the
can see
problem is that you've all got your videos on and you're sending me HD signals at the moment, which isn't very nice.
Hmm?
You're all sending me video. Why are you sending me video? You're basically blocking my internet connection from refreshing quickly enough for you to be able to see a decent stream.
Do you want us to turn video off?
No, don't worry. It just reduces, it just makes it more difficult, right?
Yeah, we can turn the video off.
Yeah.
I've got it on YouTube there.
Dad,
Yeah.
turn your video off.
So, Rich, what are all the? Oh God, how do you tell what these different colours are then?
I don't. I'm trying to adjust it at the moment to get the best image.
Can you imagine if the sky was full of different coloured dots?
It is. Look.
Well, it's bloody not when I walk out at night.
It is. You look at the stars through a telescope and you see all these different colors. That's how astronomers knew that the sky was weirder than they thought, right? So just to give you an indication of what's going on here, right? So over here, this star here is Polaris, yeah? This one here is Merak, Dubhe, and this one is Merak. And you can see that they're visually different colors if you look at them through a telescope. And you can see these are blue. Blue stars live fast and die young, right? Red stars last for a long time. This is a hot pixel, as Charlie pointed out earlier. Over here, right, this is Arcturus. You can always find Arcturus by drawing a line like this and then curve down, and the next bright thing you're going to see is Arcturus. If you want to find the pole star, you find the Pointer Sisters here and here, and you literally just draw a line from Merak through Dubhe, and you will find the pole star if you're in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so I'm going to have to look up what that is, but I'm guessing this one here is Vega. And the way you look it up is quite literally you nope, that won't help. here we go. Here we go. So this is a picture of the sky currently. This camera is pointing virtually straight up, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's this? That was probably a meteor coming in.
Is that fluffy cloud on the right?
Well, no, that's a tree.
Oh, so, oh God, what?
I've zoomed right in at the moment. I'm trying to find the unzoom control. Ah, there it is.
That's how wide your camera angle is. Jesus.
Yeah, 120 degrees. It's going from horizon to horizon, right?
Now I can see all of the stars.
I've got Sally in the other room watching it on the YouTube. He's about half a minute behind us, so he's just catching up on the laughing on that tree.
You know, and then if you could go full screen, look, there you go. The stars are diamonds twinkling above us.
I know that, but like that picture there, I'm
Is
not
live.
Hmm?
That's now.
Yeah, to see
And
Orion.
you'll see things like this and you'll go, is that a satellite? And you go, well, I'll wait for a little bit and see if it moves. So you just basically you draw a thing on it and say, okay, so it was here.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing here. I'm not seeing all those beautiful different coloured dots that you showed on the other one, like the blues and the reds. And when
Well, no, it's not the other one or this one. Okay, well, this is the same camera. I've just adjusted the screen stretch. If you want to see the color a bit more, yeah, we do this, right? And then there's another meteor. Okay, and then I need to find the where's the logarithmic control? Or do I just yeah, you want the color. So if you want color, oh no, this is a satellite. There you go. When it makes a constant stream like that, that's a satellite. So there's the color, and then as you bring this up, you'll see it gets more grainy.
Okay, yeah, but to me, all the little dotty things, call them what you
Different colors, yes.
They're all now white. Earlier, there was you showed something that where they had blue and Charlie said
They are.
What?
All you need to do is to just zoom in.
Oh, what?
Hey, Rich,
Oh, wow.
just
okay.
on this, about like a while ago, someone on Reddit posted their garden observatory pictures of the pillars of creation, and there's a big spat on Reddit with on a photography forum saying, no, this can't be done from a garden observatory. I was convinced it could be. Like,
would you like to see mine?
Yeah. Like, it was.
Well, it's a satellite. I could just saw the image refresh.
Yeah.
This looks like a piece. This is looks like a photograph of a fruit with speckled bits on it.
Like, this Pillars of Creation photo is only half an inch off what the sort of NASA ones are, but I still think that it can be done from a garden observatory.
Well, if you stand by, I will find it for you.
Mm.
So what are you saying? What's the?
Should you be able to see Orion?
The absolute detail, like
No, Charlie, it's the wrong time of year.
Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I've got the Ursa Major and Ursa Minor swap round
through a camera, so you can
in my
scan
head.
different frequencies. And when you scan enough different frequencies, then you build up a picture, which is what.
A picture of what I'm doing.
Step aside for.
Right, okay, I'm back in a second. I'm going to look at the other computer for a second. Coming back in a minute.
And it can be done from a sort of classic shots are from satellite cameras and telescopes, Hubble telescope and things.
Let me know when Richie's found it.
You know, I haven't uploaded it,
Oh,
but I can show you it.
Yeah, don't believe you till you posted it.
Sorry?
Don't
Oh,
believe.
no, there it is.
Joke. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Do you want that one?
Wicked. Oh, Alec, yeah.
Right, hold on. What?
Yeah. Excellent. It is amazing.
What is
It
that?
is.
A photo of?
Pillars of Creation.
Which is, describe that to Alex, because you probably do it better than me.
In lay term.
This is a fart.
Keep going. Bit more.
It's
That's
got
not-
bits in it.
Hmm?
It's got bits in it. It's got dust in it. But the scale of this is unimaginably large. I can't remember the numbers. Sully can look them up for me in a nutshell.
No,
But-
okay, that's not helped me, to be honest. What?
Right.
A long
This
time ago in the
It's
galaxy.
basically a cloud of dust and gas with stars in the middle of it and around it that is gradually forming into more stars, which are colliding and causing shock waves in that gas and dust and emitting energy levels incomprehensible to man and woman, definitely woman, right? Absolutely
Doing all right.
off the scale. They are so ridiculously huge that you cannot comprehend it, because the atoms in this nebula are emitting hydrogen that is hydrogen mostly, right? And lots of other gases as well, oxygen. And so the Hubble Space Telescope uses hydrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. Right, it picks up those particular wavelengths. This particular image is taken through a hydrogen alpha filter, which is the brightest of the three colors. When you combine them in the correct way, you get a Hubble palette image, which is what this person has done to simulate. And then all you do is you crop it down to a smaller area. But basically what you're looking at here is the formation of baby stars that you can't see, because the gas and dust between us and those baby stars can only be seen in infrared light, because normal visible light can't actually pass through the amount of gas and dust that's between us and them.
We don't see that cloud with our eyes. It's done through what you could call filters.
No, that's not correct, Sully.
Good. Carry on.
So what it is you have a detector in your head. It's called an eye. It has a retina. On that retina, it has a series of cells. A camera works in exactly the same way. Each cell is equivalent to 1 pixel on a camera. There is no such thing as a color camera, ever.
Yeah, got that, but absorb different wavelengths.
Right. So if you want to pick up a particular wavelength, how do you detect that particular wavelength? You design an antenna for that particular wavelength. And that is what a pixel is. It is simply counting photons at a particular wavelength. If you wish to have it count at a particular wavelength, you put a filter in front of it. If you use a narrowband filter, which is what this one is, a 6 nanometer filter, so hydrogen alpha specifically emits at 636 nanometers, exactly. And this filter is 6 nanometers wide, which means it also picks up a couple of the other emission bands. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I can't see that staring out there. Like there is a magnification and all that, but
Okay. Would you like to match this up with?
it's amplified, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
So
cannot
that it can
see
be.
it without amplification.
Yeah.
That is the point. Without amplification, you cannot see diddly squat. So what you have to do is you take individual images, which are very, very noisy, right? So when I figure out, that's in the browser. Okay, so what if I show you how one of these is put together, you'll understand.
Okay, so it's loads of pictures stacked.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Get that.
And I guess doing different wavelengths.
This is like another version of a Photoshop kind of
There is
stacking
a-
system, layering it.
No, it's just HDR in spades, and you can detect anything from any brightness.
It's a bit like a Photoshop layers and stacking, yeah.
I'll
Which
talk my
is-
language, you talk yours,
Yeah.
Richie.
I tell you what, if you can do what this program can do in Photoshop, I'll give you a medal.
Well,
And if you can do it in
No, but
GIMP,
you
I'll,
understand the
be,
principle.
I'll give you a
The
coding
principle
award.
is you layer it up.
everything that we see can be
I know, but you will have a lot of problems doing what I'm about to do.
saturation
Yeah,
and
yeah.
luminosity.
Yeah,
So-
of course. But what I was translating it into something that
Yes,
I
you understand. I understand that. So this particular image, for example, has a satellite going through the middle of it.
Oh wow.
This one doesn't. This one is, you know, this is just multiple exposures at different times throughout the night,
Sound on this one.
Yeah.
right? And all you do is you basically say, okay, I'm going to measure them all. And it goes away and it figures it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And as it measures them all, it will start putting ticks on all the question marks. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, and that I get. I understand that processing of different thousands of different images together. So wow. But I do like the picture of the sky with the different color dots, like the blue and the. I just.
Well, if you like the colors, then what you do is you come onto my website and you
Yeah,
click.
but I'd like to walk outside and see with my eyes color skies.
What colors like this?
Don't know if I want to see that at night, but just some simple blue and red dots.
How big do you think that is?
Hmm?
How big do you think that is?
What do you mean by how big? I mean, in terms of to my
Bigger
eye
than
or
London.
Than,
Okay, in terms of full moon widths.
Oh, what you mean if you walked outside and looked up how big it is?
Mhm.
Well, that's tiny. You can barely see it.
yeah, I mean, otherwise we'd all see it and be going, "Oh my god, what the fuck's that in the sky?"
Was that the moon?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
So
Hang
that's,
on, what's the moon? Where's the moon?
Approximately 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
that's just
So where is that?
that's colorized.
No, it's not colorized at all. Those are genuine colors.
Where is that?
Just to the left of Orion. And if you
Okay.
look through a
So-
telescope, what you see is this cluster of stars, which was how it was discovered hundreds of years ago. And then they
Why
got
don't we
beyond
see
bigger
that
telescopes,
bloody-
and then
why
suddenly
don't we-
realized that they could see strange gas. And basically, it's a fart in space that glows a bit because it's being irradiated
And that
constantly.
one looks like a fart. Why don't we see?
That's just Richie after a curry night.
Why don't we see that creature? Because actually now it looks like a creature with an eye and a mouth. Why can't I look out and see that then? If that's 4 times the size of the moon,
Because it's too diffuse for your eyes to see enough photons. Your eyes are too insensitive. The camera's much less insensitive than your eyes. And if you stand outside for long enough, you can see the Milky Way, but the camera has a real difficulty with seeing the Milky Way. You saw how many adjustments I had to give it. For example, if you've ever looked at Orion's Willie, you will see this.
Virtual Eyes, what?
Willie,
No. Say it
Belly.
again.
Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie.
Really? I thought you said
Oh.
Willie. Your Sally's going belly in my ear. I
Belly,
think
yeah,
you said
it's,
Willie.
it's like my.
Oh, God,
I'm
no,
not
that is
even
a knob.
Catholic, so
There is a knob there.
But that's only half his knob. Okay, so when you look at Orion, right?
Make sure it's perfect for Monday evening. Yeah.
So
So is that a
what we got
technical
here?
term?
Whitefield. Or did I put it somewhere else? Might have put it in MISC. Can't remember now.
You should be more organised, Rich.
Should I? Okay.
Yes.
Star Trek. Constellations. There we go.
Richie, organised.
He was
Right,
leaving
what's that
open.
last one?
Matt.
Oh, there he is.
Where's his Willie?
Well, only a bloke would think that's a Willie.
Gabbard, Willie. It
His
doesn't
belt
matter.
are the 3.
Phallic symbol, whichever way you look at it, right?
Oh, that Willie.
I thought it was a giant clitoris.
No, the giant clitoris is in. is-
Sorry, this
Hey!
is interesting.
No, the giant. Seriously, look, right? If you look at basically constellations were invented up until the IAU decided what was called what. Everybody called everything what they felt like. You could invent your own constellations.
Isn't the 3 big stars in Orion's belt actually like 12 or something? I know there's probably a lot more there, but in the 3 main clusters, they're not just
Can't be
one
really.
bright star each. There's actually like 3, isn't there? For each one.
I don't know, Charlie. Should we have a look?
All right.
How do you pronounce that word?
Betelgeuse.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Betelgeuse, said Patrick. Beetlejuice, said Chris Lintott. Betelgeuse, said Patrick.
Can't read what it said. I
Beetlejuice
just
said Chris Lintott.
I've got the wrong glasses on to read it.
Shut up and get on with the take, said Paul Venesis, the director, whilst we were stood next to them.
Whatever you say, don't say it 3 times quickly, or you'll summon him.
What, Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice? Oh,
No.
That's the red one of his shoulder.
Oh dear, Charlie and Richie aren't on it.
No.
see, that's
No,
we
I,
are-
I actually watched
I'm
Beetlejuice the other
actually sitting
day.
here grinning like a Cheshire cat, mate.
Okay, Charlie.
that's how the sky I want to look at when I look at. I want to see all those
No.
pretty coloured dots.
Arthur's saying grid lines. I'd quite like to see that. That'd be helpful.
So which one, Charlie? And these are the distances to each star, by the way. So Betelgeuse is about 498 light years away. So when that goes bang, we've got 500 years before we hear about it. And we'll see it, and it'll be brighter than the full moon.
Is from
We
home.
hear it.
Have another week.
The shockwave will hit the planet and do something nasty to the atmosphere, I'm sure.
Damn sight.
That'd be kind of cool. Especially,
Depends
what's
on what
that?
planet you're on and how powerful the blast is, huh?
That's Red Dwarf isn't? No, it's not Red Dwarf.
Yes,
What am I
it is.
thinking?
This is
I was trying to think of what was it? A Super Red or something they're called?
Super giant. A red
Yeah,
giant.
yeah.
There you go. So
See, I
which
got
stars, which set of
okay. I heard somewhere that it was the three main stars in Orion's belt weren't actually just three stars emitting that light. It was that there were more stars really close together that emitted the intensity, so we saw them as bright as they were.
anyway, going back
Obviously, this is
interesting
saying
bollocks.
otherwise. So
you
Right.
asked how long his penis was and whether it was a scabbard or a penis or what. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day,
an archer doesn't have a scabbard,
No, they have a quarrel.
a quiver.
Quiver, true.
Quiver, yeah.
hang on a minute, this is ancient Hercules. This is Orion. Not Hercules, this is Orion. This is a mythical character. He can wear what the fuck he likes in whichever painting he feels like.
That's true.
He doesn't really think actually or feel like because he's mythical.
Exactly.
Hang on a minute. Wasn't the galaxy on Orion's belt?
No,
Yes, it was.
That's a definitive.
only
no.
if it's a cat.
That's the one.
But was it a Schrodinger's cat or was it a real cat, Matt?
Oh, don't.
There's just a creepy noise in the background, like do.
And now what you've got to see, you remember that thing we were looking at earlier, that big, horrible, horrible, horrible mouth you were talking about earlier? There it is.
Did you understand what I meant by Orion's belt? Made it black.
I actually find all of this really intriguing.
And then if you look at Castor and Pollux, and you can always remember which one's Pollux and which one's Castor, because
I thought that was.
Pollux rhymes with bollocks and is underneath Castor, right?
2 points if you can name the music.
I can't hear the music. Oh, Donovan.
Anyway, it's 2,000 Light Years from Home by the Rolling Stones.
Ah.
I fucking hate the Stones. They're useless.
Matt, they're great.
Nah.
They're also multi-millionaires. Is like, you know.
I've seen them live.
Wow.
So,
At
yeah,
St.
well,
Martin's
good. Look,
Island.
yeah, well done.
Just never enjoyed the Stones. I don't know why.
I haven't seen them live, but I
I'd-
swam
I'd
in the
love to
same
tick
swimming
that one
pool that Brian Jones died in.
Really?
Seriously, the Stones bought A.A. Mills' house in Hartfield.
Did they now?
Yeah, and Brian Jones died in Cotchard Farm in Hartfield.
Wow.
And our friends of ours, well, yeah, people that bought it became friends of ours.
Pink Floyd.
Dark Side of the Moon, one of my favorite albums.
Which I was playing last night on my way home at whatever stupid hour of the morning it
Well,
was.
I think of it as my Greek holiday album now because we're very fortunate to have friends who have a place in Crete, and where their house is based, it's between two. It's like a perfect sound amplification, and you just play music and it just booms across the valley.
Oh wow!
And it's just the most incredible
Oh.
sound.
I've got to admit, Dark Side of the Moon is my go-to album at 2:00 in the morning when I'm driving home or whatever it is.
Richie, that's
Bah.
an amazing photo.
why can I just see the gravity field test where they put a ball on a piece of sheet and it shows how gravity affects time and things? I can see that in that image for some reason.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it looks like
This is the Andromeda Galaxy, Messier 31. Meet hello to the thing that will tear apart our galaxy in about...
Because we're on a collision courses, aren't we?
million years. That is 2.5 million light years away, and it is heading in our direction at an ever-increasing speed.
And
oh my god.
Messi is put.
The world will end. You know, Richie's, you know, going on one from the Mayans and everything else. The world will end in the year what?
Dot. That's when it'll end. Fat lady's got to sing first, and I haven't seen Trump put on a dress yet.
World will end just as Lister is waking up.
Yeah. Ow! Said the cat.
That's an amazing photo.
Messi has had his name put to a bit of image manipulation as well.
What's that little bit in the bottom left-hand corner?
What, that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Messier 32. That's a satellite galaxy of Messier 31.
I
You were
thought
talking about emission
So
lines earlier,
there-
Sally.
there are actually satellite galaxies as well.
Yes, that's what a globular cluster is just a baby version of a satellite galaxy.
Oh god, you're losing me now.
I didn't realise that there was like a galaxy would rotate around another one.
Well, how everything rotates around everything else. That's how the universe works.
It's true, but I wouldn't. I'm only meaning it as
it
I
works
didn't
from
realise that there
molecular-
was.
It works from an atomic scale all the way up to galaxies
Up
and
to Donald
everything
Trump.
else. Everything is in constant rotation. If it's still, it's dead. End of story, because it has no energy.
True.
So keep moving. Here's a message of that.
Unless you're a fungus.
They grow, they move.
Ah, yes, but do you know what funguses are?
There's a fungus among us.
Do you know what they are, though, Sally?
Well, they can be one of the few things, probably.
Go on,
They
Trish.
are the communication
maybe
systems of
saprolites.
trees. Trees have accents, and they use fungus and mosses to communicate underneath the soil.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
I totally agree with that.
So a tree and a forest is basically a neural network. And when you come along and chop the bastard thing down, it might take it a while to say ow, but it does say ow.
Yeah, it's taken this little oak tree, just sitting outside our garden border, 2 years to give up the ghost. Since I technically killed it. It carried on for another couple of years.
Yep. And it will have told all the other trees about this nasty, horrible thing that came along and
Oh,
stabbed
don't. I'm
times.
going to press the
1
button.
millisecond.
I'm going to press the eject button.
Yeah.
I'm going to press the eject
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
I feel guilty.
Fascinating.
Wait till the trees hear about all the chemicals that have been taken from the planet to make.
No, we've got to kill them with the coronavirus first, man.
animals rich.
Come on, get with it. You got to vaccinate the trees first, right?
Mhm.
Or do you want to put some
Dutch elm
bleach in them?
disease.
Oh no, shit, that doesn't work, does it? Bollocks.
Dutch elm disease.
Ash.
That'd be Trump disease.
Trump disease. Yeah. God. Yeah. Right. I think I'm going to have to go. I've got backache sitting here.
Furthest thing I've taken.
Tetris. That's a Tetris.
It is.
That's the Hubble Ultra Deep Field through my telescope in yellow.
I'm here.
What's
Every
this?
single one of those dots in that image is a galaxy.
What's that, Matt? What's that, Matt?